Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Good morning, traders. How are we? It is Tuesday, the 20th of September. I hope you all had a good trading day yesterday. If you followed a few of the trade ideas, guys, you probably would have done. We had a few against trend trades that were successful. So yeah, I hope you followed a few of the trades, guys. As usual, we'll have a recap of those trades. We'll look at today's potential trades, and we'll look at the news as well. Before we start anything, I have to do my little shout outs. The first one is this: above my head, the live stream tomorrow morning, guys, 6:30 a.m. London GMT. Yeah, come join us for that. Prepare as many questions as you like, and fire as many questions at me as you wish. So yeah, remember that, guys. Live stream tomorrow morning, 6:30. And also, guys, come join the Discord channel. You'll see it. The link is below the video in the comments. All right, guys. So yeah, that's all the information I need to give you. Now we're going to look at yesterday's trades, guys. So yesterday was Monday, and we had a few. It was a busy day yesterday, guys, because we had a few trade ideas. So yeah, let's take a look at them. So the first one is this, guys. It was the euro against the US dollar, and we were just looking to buy this market. So the reasons for buying this market were as follows. So price was in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, didn't create a lower low. Yeah, remember when this happens, guys, always a bit of a red flag that structure could be changing. And then sure enough, price comes shooting up. Okay, and this candle here, where it closes, yeah, just about breaks structure, because it breaks this high, this high. So for me, there was just about a structure change. Okay, then price come back down. Yeah, obviously we had this large red candle that was the CPI data. But then yesterday, guys, we were just looking to take longs because we had this candle pushing away from these lows here. Okay, and the idea was to come from one of our grey zones back up to this blue line. Yeah, it was a conservative target because of this large red candle here. Okay, but as you can see, guys, that's exactly what happened. Okay, but let's look at the H1 to see if we could get in on this pair. And I didn't get in on this pair, but you could have done. Yeah, let's explain. So as you can see, guys, we had our two grey zones that we were interested in, and price didn't quite come down to this grey zone. All right, however, we got a good entry candle here. That would have been a good buy candle, not good buy, but a good buy, a good long. Okay, that didn't need explaining. All right, so we had this candle here. That would have been a good entry candle to take longs. All right, but it didn't fall in my grey zone, so I didn't take it. Then we had this candle. All right, but we got this wick at the top of this candle, which was slightly off-putting. And then I would even argue we had this candle. Yeah, these are all the candles you perhaps entered on, guys. And then we had this candle. Okay. Obviously, this candle, the risk to reward was not very good. But yeah, there was just not a candle that really made me pull the trigger, guys, on this pair. Okay, so I didn't trade this pair, but if you'd got in on any of these green candles that I highlighted, maybe you did, guys, please leave a comment below the vid. Let me know how you traded it. So any of these green candles would have made you money back up to these highs, and then even eventually hit our higher time frame target here. Okay, but again, guys, I'll be very transparent. I won't say I entered here and made millions of pounds. Yeah, I didn't enter this pair. I just the candles, these would have been good candles, but they just didn't fall like this. The first one, for example, just didn't happen in our grey zone. So yeah, if this candle here, so if this candle here had formed in here, I would be all over this trade. Okay, but it didn't. All right, so no trade for me, guys, but maybe you did have a good trade. All right, but the direction was good. Yeah, direction was good. Next trade was this. This was the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. And I still think this is coming down, guys. But this was obviously an against trend trade. Yeah, trend is upwards. Yeah, we can clearly see that. All right, so trend is upwards. But because we were seeing, we've had this red candle, this rejection wick, and then we had this red candle that broke these lows here. Okay, so for all those reasons, I wanted to just take price down because it has so much room to move into. Yeah, before it starts hitting the moving average 20. The moving average 20 would probably be my higher time frame target. Okay, so we were looking to short that pair. Yeah, let's just zoom in so you can see this candle broke the low of this candle and this candle. Okay, so yeah, just wanted to come from our grey zone, potentially lower. Okay, I would probably start with this 147 level. Okay, so let's look at H1 to see what happened. And I did get in on this pair. Okay, so yeah, our second grey zone didn't come into play. So this one up here didn't come into play. Let's ignore it. All right, so let's zoom into this grey zone. And as you can see, guys, price did react in our grey zone, and we got this candle here, which hit these lows. Yeah, that's never a coincidence, guys. What was once support, once it comes down and hits it again, is resistance. Okay, and that's what we're seeing here with this candle. So I entered on the close of this candle. I put my stop above here, and the idea was just to take price, first of all, back down to this low, these lows here, okay, where I will close 80%, and then I'll let 20% run. But as you can see, guys, price hasn't quite hit target yet. But looking at that day chart, I still expect that to start coming down. All right, so we'll see what that one does today. But yeah, still in it for 100%. But yeah, we'll see what happens today. All right, guys. So that was the second trade from yesterday. The third trade, there were so many trades yesterday. The third trade was this is euro against the Swiss franc. All right, and we were looking to buy this pair. Okay, so price was in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Then price shot up, breaking this high here. Okay, so then it was in an uptrend, come back down, created a higher low, but didn't take off from here. Yeah, price didn't take off from here. Instead, it broke down. Okay, breaking this low here. All right, so sorry, itchy knee. So yeah, price come all the way back down to these lows. But then as you can see, price has been reacting aggressively away from this grey zone. And because we had these last two candles form, yeah, both very bullish, yeah, we just wanted to come from our grey zone back up to this blue line here. Okay, this psychological level of 9,700 basically. All right, and as you can see, the direction's been good. And if you're still in this trade, I would stay in it. Yeah, nothing's telling me to get out of this pair. Okay, and also, guys, if we zoom in, yeah, this candle here from yesterday, the close has just broken the high of this, only just, but that also fills me with confidence that we could still come up higher. All right, guys, so yeah. Direction was good. Let's look at the H1 to see if we could get in on this pair. And for me, we could. Okay. So, again, we had a couple of grey zones. This grey zone down here didn't come into effect. But obviously, this upper grey zone here did. There was this candle that formed, guys. All right. Yeah, and that has hit our grey zone. And you could have got in on this candle. But because, I mean, it also has break the H1 highs here as well. Okay, so you could have entered on this candle. I didn't. I actually entered on this candle. Okay, but if you entered on this first candle here, a stop for me would make sense, would to become lower than this swing low here. Yeah, because it corresponds with this here. So you would have to come 10 ticks below there. You would have to start putting your stop around here. This would be your stop loss. Okay. Yeah, on any candle that we trade from this pair, really. Yeah, the swing low is usually the stop loss. And then we've got to give it a bit of wiggle room. Okay, so for that reason, I didn't enter on this first candle here. Yeah, if I did, I'd have had an incredibly large stop loss. Okay, and then as you can see, guys, price eventually did come back down into our grey zone. It retraced more, yeah, which fills me again with more confidence to take this trade. And it, reacted with this last high here. And then we got this candle, guys. So for me, this was the entry candle, the better entry candle, and this is what I entered on. So I got a slight retrace on this. I got a slight retrace down to here. I entered here. I put my stop loss below the lows. Yeah, give me a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, and then I just took price first of all back up to these last H1 highs here. Okay, where I got a risk to reward of a little bit more than 1:1. And I am, so I closed 80% here. All right, and I'm still in this trade for 20%. And there's nothing telling me to get out of this trade. Like I said, I like the day chart, guys. I like those daily candles. I still think there's room up to our blue line, our higher time frame target. So already secured some profit, still in this trade for 20%. Okay, again, let me know how you traded it, guys. The fourth and final pair from yesterday was this. And this was the only pair really that we were trading with trend. All the others were against trend, which is quite unusual for me. But I just wanted to show you that against trend trades are possible. Okay, so this was the fourth and final pair. And this was the pound against the Aussie dollar. All right, and we were looking to short this pair. Okay, didn't mean to do that because of the following. So we had lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then price ranged. It did pop up, created a new high. Yeah, came back down. This high held. Yeah, this high held because this wick closed back below it. And then we had this very bearish candle form as well. Okay, so let's just zoom in to see that great red candle. Yeah, so we had this reaction at these last highs here. All right, and the idea was just to come from our grey zone back down to this blue line. Okay, this 6,950, that psychological level. Okay, guys, and as you can see, price did react at our grey zone, but let's see if we could get in on this pair. So let's go down to the H1. And yes, we could get in on this pair. All right, so again, this higher grey zone, not important, didn't come into play, but this lower grey zone did. Okay, so there was a few candles here. So there was this candle. Okay, I didn't enter on this candle, but there was this candle, and I did enter on this candle. There was arguably also this candle. Yeah, so there were a few candles you could have entered on with this pair, guys. All right, so please, again, let me know how you traded it. Which candle did you enter on? Okay, so I actually entered on this candle. Okay, I got a nice retrace. As you can see, the next candle was very bullish and petrified me that I was going to get stopped out of this trade, but I didn't. But I got a nice retrace, guys. So I entered around here. Okay, I put my stop loss 10 ticks above the last swing high, so my stop was about here. And as you can see, yeah, didn't get stopped out. Sweating it a little bit, but didn't get stopped out. All right, and then price come down. I actually closed my trade here. Okay, so I've closed this trade for 80% at this level. Okay, this was my reward. Okay, and then this here was my risk. Okay, So it worked out a risk to reward of about 1 to 1.5, guys. So nice profit, and I'm still in this trade for 20%, guys. Okay, so I'll still carry this 20% down to our high time frame target. And if we're trailing the stop, yeah, we could move the stop from here down to here. Yeah, this last swing high here. All right, guys. So yeah, profitable day yesterday, guys. So I hope you followed a few trade ideas. Let's look at today's trades now. Guys, made some great profit yesterday, so I hope you followed some of the trade ideas. And if you enjoyed the recap of yesterday's trades, then come and join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. Smash that notification button and also smash the like button, guys. It just helps support the channel. That will be greatly appreciated. Right, guys, before we look at the trade ideas for today, of which there are 3, just a couple of things, guys. Remember the live tomorrow morning, every Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. GMT, London time. Yeah, we're going to look at all of the charts. Any questions you might have, we'll still give you trade ideas as usual. You might be in a trade that you're having problems with. So anything you would like to ask, then come join us tomorrow. All right, guys, on the live stream. You can also come and join us on the live stream. Yeah, you can come on face to face and ask me as many questions as you like. We can have a chat. So, guys, if you'd like to do that, there'll be a link below the video tomorrow morning. So, yeah, join us for that, guys. And also remember the Discord channel. Okay, come join that. We've got loads of traders in there sharing ideas and speaking to each other. You will enjoy it. Right, trade ideas. So today is Tuesday, the 20th of September. And guys, because as I've been doing this channel, more and more viewers, more and more subscribers have been emailing me or messaging me. They want me to look more at things like Bitcoin, gold, oil, okay, some of the indices, maybe the S&P, Dow Jones, NASDAQ. All right, guys, so you might see some of these trade ideas appear as well. And today is one such example. All right, guys, we've got 3 trade ideas. And the first one is Bitcoin. All right, so we're going to look at a Bitcoin trade today because it has potential. And I'm going to plot the gray zones and everything with you today as well. So, so trades for Tuesday, the 20th of September. The first one is this. This is Bitcoin. Okay, so this is Bitcoin against the US dollar. Yeah, still a currency. All right, so what I'm seeing, guys, is this. Okay, so price, as you can see, is using this area here. Sorry, my masculine pink pen is not working. So this is clearly an area of support, guys. Yeah, it's reacted once, twice, 3 times, and now it's come down and it's testing this level again. So I just wanted to show you that first of all. So it's hitting support, all right? And then if we zoom in, as you can see, guys, price was clearly in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. But then price has been breaking down. Yeah, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then this is that area of support that I was talking about. And then price has shot away from this area like a maniac. Okay, that's a technical term, like a maniac. All right, and it's broken this last high for me. Okay, so we have seen a structure change. Okay, and then price has come all the way down and tested these last lows here. Okay, all right, so it's tested these last lows and we've had a huge rejection wick. Okay, had a huge rejection wick. Sorry, get my teeth in. Sound like Jonathan Ross. We've had a huge rejection wick at this last area of support here, guys. So the idea is just to take price back up. Okay, for me, guys, so that's why I'm long in this market. Structure change, and we've had a huge reaction at the last low. all right, and this area of support. Now I'm going to plot the targets with you as well. Okay, so I will then get my different pen, and to be honest with you guys, I'd probably aim for this last low here, and then this high. Okay, so as you can see, guys, I'd aim for this last low at this area here, almost this 21,000 level, and then potentially this last daily high here would be a target as well. Okay, so the first one's more conservative, and the second one, we are going for it. But obviously, guys, I don't expect to hit the second one for quite a few days yet. All right, guys, so that's what I'm seeing, longs on Bitcoin against the US dollar. And then if we drop down to the H1, well, let's drop down to the H4 chart first of all. Okay, this is where I start plotting my grey zones. And remember, I'm only interested in grey zones where I can take buys from. Okay, so this here, sorry, let's do it with the grey zone. Sorry, get the right one. Yeah, so this here, guys, would be a grey zone for me. Okay, but on the H4, that's the only real grey zone that I can see where we can take buys from. Okay, so that's the H4. Then we'll pop down to the H1. This might give us some more ideas as to how we can enter this pair. Okay, so what I am seeing, guys, so the bottom grey zone is still intact. I would probably like to include this. No, let's leave it like that. And then we've got this grey zone, guys. Okay, this is a grey zone all the way through here. Okay, so these are the two grey zones that I am interested in. So the bottom one, you remember from the H4, these were the last swing lows here. But then this one as well, guys, the price has clearly reacted in this grey zone, okay, many times. I also like the fact that the H1 structure is in an uptrend for this pair. Okay, so what I want to see, guys, is two things happen with this Bitcoin trade. So firstly, price could come down all the way down to this grey zone. If it does, I want to see a bullish candlestick reaction. Okay, we can get into the trade. We'll take price back up to this last H1 high here, close 80%. Okay, and then I'll leave 20% to run. Okay, up to one of our higher time frame targets that I showed you on the day chart. If that doesn't happen, guys, then what I want to see is this. I want to see a break of this grey zone, yeah, then a retest, then we can start looking for longs. Okay, so this is another possibility for this pair. Okay, so yeah, like I say, I want to see price break out these highs, break all this area here. Okay, so come back out, come back in. Here I want to see a bullish reaction. It could be a candlestick pattern, whatever it is. I just want to see a candle that tells me buyers are in control. Okay, if I get that, I can enter. I could take price, potentially close 80% at the last H1 high. We don't know where that will be yet. All right, and then leave 20% to run up to our higher time frame target. All right, guys, but that's Bitcoin against the US dollar today. So I'm seeing a trade idea for this pair. Okay, next trade idea for today is this. Okay, this is more familiar territory with my regular viewers. This is the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, guys. And as I've said, this is against trend quite clearly. Yeah, this is against trend. This is in an uptrend. Okay, clearly. But if we zoom in, what I have seen is these three candles here. Okay, wanting to come down from these highs. Okay, and then even this candle here broke these lows of this candle. So I still think there's plenty of room to come down to potentially 147. This would be my first target, or even 146. This would be my second target. Okay, so yeah, we're looking to short this pair. Let's go down to the H1 now to see where we can short this pair. So if you remember, guys, I'm still in this trade for 20%. Yeah, remember I entered on this candle yesterday. So I'm still in this, sorry, no, I'm still in this trade for 100%, sorry. Still in this trade for 100%. This is going to be my first target. Okay, so what price could do was come back up to this area here and test these last highs. Okay, all right, then we might see a bearish candlestick pattern reaction. Okay, we enter the trade, we take price back down to this zone here, the last H1 low. Yeah, it's always our first target. Close 80% and then leave 20% to run. Okay, if that doesn't happen, price could, yeah, retrace all the way back up to here. I haven't even changed my grey zones for this pair, guys. Okay, so it could come back up all the way back up to here, but again, we want to see a bearish reaction. Then we can take price lower. I would probably close 80% of these this last area of supply and demand, and then let 20% run, guys. All right, so Swiss franc, Japanese yen. This trade is still on. We're still looking for shorts. Okay, more deja vu, guys. The third trade idea is this. This is the pound against the Aussie dollar. So we've been shorting this from yesterday as well. And again, I haven't moved the grey zones, guys. Maybe I will when we look at it in a second. Okay, so price was clearly in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then we've had a bit of a just ranging, really. But these highs here have never been broken. Okay, and instead, we've got this large bearish candle followed by, yeah, this rejection wick here from our grey zone. So for these reasons, we're just looking to take price back down to this grey zone, back down to this blue zone. I think you could even potentially take it down to 6,900. Okay, so if you wanted to trail the stock, you could down to this level. Okay, so yeah, still looking for shorts on pound Aussie dollar. If we go to the H1 chart now, guys, so if you remember, I'm still in this trade for 20%. Yeah, remember I entered on this candle and I closed 80% here. Okay, so I am still in this trade for 20% anyway. Okay, and then if we zoom out, guys, yeah, my grey zones haven't changed. So price could react, come back up into this grey zone, yeah, and react with these last highs. Okay, if it does, great. It could even react with this last high. All right, but either way, we want to see a bearish reaction. Okay, enter the chart. We can take price back down to here, last H1 lows, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, if that doesn't happen, guys, price could retrace all the way back up to here. I don't expect that to happen, but it could. Yeah, and again, we want to see a bearish reaction. I would take price back down to these last highs here, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys. So yeah, pound Aussie dollar short. So yeah, they're the three trade ideas for today, guys. Yeah, let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, then please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash that like button, guys. Yeah, we'd love to have you on the channel. Right, guys, so news for Tuesday, the 20th of September. So overnight, we had some news coming out. So we had the Bank of China loan prime rate and the Aussie dollar Royal Bank of Australia meeting minutes. Okay, but these have been and gone, guys. Got 2 3-star ratings there. If we carry on down, the first piece of news that we're interested in today, guys, is this. Is at 1:30 London GMT coming out of the US. We've got building permits. Okay, so this could move any US dollar pair. At the same time, we've got Canadian coming out of Canada. We've got core CPI, guys, and we all know how important. I keep talking about it. I apologize, but we keep seeing how important inflation figures are. Yeah, remember last week the CPI data coming out of the US and what happened with dollar strength. Okay, so yeah, must be aware of this, guys. This could really move any Canadian dollar pair. And then if we carry on down, The last piece of news at 6 o'clock London GMT coming out of the Euro is the head of the European Central Bank, Lagarde. Okay, so she's speaking, and when she speaks, she can really move the Euro. Okay, so must be aware of that, guys. But that's it. That's it for the news, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this daily analysis. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a great trading day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.